So here it is, Rahul Gandhi's gamble in Wayanad. You have two other contestants in Wayanad this time, and that is Annie Raja, Rahul Gandhi right in the middle, and of course Surendran of the BJP. The fight is very, very important, and it is very, very interesting, and that's why we are focusing on, will Wayanad be as kind to Rahul Gandhi as last time? He is of course by far one of the star candidates in Kerala, Rahul Gandhi's choice of Wayanad. Although much under the scanner and criticism from his allies in the India bloc, the left parties proved good for him in 2019 when he won by 4,31,000 votes, the highest margin in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls in Kerala, and that is quite an achievement. But you know what? 5 years down the line, not only is his party standing vis-a-vis his political opponent Annie Raja, friends in Delhi but foes in Kerala, inviting doubts. But there seems to be a perception that Rahul Gandhi, apart from being more the Amethi man, is totally kind of disinterested in Wayanad, or rather complacent about Wayanad. Imagine if you lived in Wayanad and live under the scare of animals which can go crazy. I mean, mind boggles really. Many parts of Kerala are faced with the threat of man-animal conflict, but it's many notches more in Wayanad, where 3 people were trampled to death by wild elephants this year so far. That video that is playing on your screen just now, each time I watch that video, there is a kind of shiver which runs up my spine, how the man-animal conflict has come to such a level in Wayanad. This isn't an exaggeration. Look at that video. When I say it's not an exaggeration or even a topic which creates mirth, I've seen a lot of people laughing over it. I mean, come on, this is not a cartoon film. It's about human beings. And those who are living in Wayanad have cut back on their work and wind up early due to the scare of animals. You know, my colleague who is in Kerala covering the elections told me that even tea sellers and coffee sellers, they say we wind up early because you never know when you'll have a wild animal chasing after you. Is it just a political ploy when it is perceived that Rahul Gandhi could have done much more for this problem in Wayanad? He's of course went to meet the families of victims of animal attacks like Aji and Paul. We all remember when he went there, held their hand, sat with them, and was extremely, extremely sensitive to the loss that they were facing. Well, during his recent visit to Wayanad, Rahul Gandhi said, and I am quoting him, "The issue of man-animal conflict is a huge problem for Wayanad. We are committed to resolving the issue. I have written several times to the state and the central governments. Will continue to put pressure on them. We are going to come to power in Delhi and Kerala and solve these issues." It's all about the future. We will, we shall, we are determined to. But Annie Raja, the CPIM-led LDF, has attacked Rahul Gandhi for having been like an absentee landlord who only appears at his will. That's what Annie Raja has said time and time again. Of course, Chief Minister of Kerala Pinarayi Vijayan labelled Rahul's candidature from Wayanad as a very short-sighted, myopic political decision. Apart from the man-animal conflict, Wayanad is also about agriculture, land and the overall development of the region. On the one hand is the politics of it all, the adversarial relationship between the left and Congress in Kerala, and as allies in India bloc fighting the BJP.
See, he is a tourist in his own constituency. So he goes once in 5-6 months. But he should also take care of the issues of the constituency. That constituency is facing man-animal conflict for more than a week. Rahul Gandhi didn't find time to visit it till now. And the reason for the death of a forest watchman, according to his family, is that he didn't get required medical assistance. Wayanad doesn't have a medical college where such people can be treated. So Rahul Gandhi should have taken care of his constituency, ensured that at least that is a place where the frequent man-animal conflicts are there. So he should have ensured that basic medical facilities are there in his constituency. Narendra Modi can only sanction the medical college, but the state government will have to take action. His own alliance partner of the India Alliance is ruling in Kerala. He should have made that efforts. So now, after two persons have lost their lives, Rahul Gandhi rushing there and then trying to console the people. Instead of that, he should give more attention and time to improve the facilities that are required in his constituency.
The Bharatiya Janata Party has of course fielded State Party President K. Surendran, who reminds Wayanad of the dangers of both the left and the Congress. But the question here is only and only about Wayanad and not who comes to power there. It's about solving their problems. Let's debate. Syed Azeez Pasha, who's member of Central Secretariat, I beg your pardon, member Central Secretariat CPI and ex-MP Rajya Sabha is joining us, and also Lieutenant Commander retired Gokul Chandran, who's a political analyst, is joining us. We are also awaiting Nirmal Ibrahim, columnist and political analyst, to join us on the debate. Let's say hello to them. I think we are waiting for Pasha, Mr. Pasha, Syed Azeez Pasha. He shall join us very soon. Hi Gokul, nice to see you after a long time. Hello Nirmal, good to see you once again on my show. Nirmal, I want to ask you that, it's all very well to be the scion of a political party with the promise of I shall become Prime Minister one day. But if you look at it and if you speak to several people, I'm sure you have more access than I do sitting in New Delhi, but I have my, stringers and reporters there. Apparently, Rahul Gandhi has been absent. I'm not talking about his recent illness, Nirmal. I will not be cruel. But apparently, man-animal conflict is one of the biggest electoral issues in Wayanad. And we see Rahul Gandhi saying everything in the future, I will, we shall. Not once in Parliament has he brought this up. And as a constituent, he is supposed to do things for his constituency. Would you agree, Nirmal Ibrahim?
I will start with something that I just saw on television the other day. A girl, a probable voter for Rahul Gandhi, said made a statement which I found is very interesting. She said, "Our elephants visit us more often than our MP," is what she said. And I think it's been going around as a meme as well, as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned. What Rahul Gandhi did wrong was that in 2023, as you rightly mentioned, towards the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024, there are 4 or 5 multiple deaths. In fact, 4 deaths. Starting in December, there was a person named Prajesh, 36-year-old person who was killed in the attack of a tiger. That was in December. A month later, Lakshmanan, an estate watcher, was killed, stormed to death by an elephant. A week later, Ajish, 47-year-old, was killed by an elephant. Another week later, another person was killed by an elephant, Paul, which is, I think, the video that you displayed earlier. After 4 of these it took 4 such instances for Rahul Gandhi to return to his constituency and check on people. And actually, he was actually in Bharat Nyaya Yatra back, and people had to call him back. That was very disappointing. Having said that, I think this is a multi-layered issue as well, because some people blame it on the state forest department. Some people say it's because of the teak that they've planted, because of which plants don't grow around and animals come searching to residential areas for food. Some say it's because of the restriction on hunting wild animals. So there are multiple blame games going on. That being said, I think Rahul Gandhi should have been there. So I would just put it in the form of a metaphor. It's almost like getting married to someone, leaving them for 5 years, never showing up, and after 5 years coming back and saying, hey, let's go for a honeymoon. I don't think that is going to work out for Rahul Gandhi, but he will still win, regardless of what he
That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part, Nirmal. You're right. That he will win. And I have not, that's why, my colleague said should be, I said, don't question that. He will win, I'm sure. I don't want to be a soothsayer. But when I say he will win, or what you're saying that he will win, I say it with much sadness. It's not as if, so this is what Indian elections are all about. You heard what Nirmal said. I have been reading up also. If Rahul is not interested in Wayanad, I think Wayanad really welcomed Rahul. He got the largest number of votes. His vote share was also, his party's vote share was fabulous. He did very well, number 1 in Kerala. But you hardly see him in Wayanad, and I am not talking about that he cannot speak Malayalam. That is not the issue. That is an issue also for us South Indians. Our language is, we are very proud of what we speak, Malayalam, Tamil, whatever. But the point is that Annie Raja has been, and she is a local, and she has been going hammer and tongue against, Rahul Gandhi.
Good evening, Sudha and my fellow panelists. Not only Annie Raja, even the BJP, all other parties are going hammer on tongue against Rahul Gandhi. But the point here is, it is not about how much a MP stays in his constituency, but it is all about, if you take Prime Minister Modi, how much he has stayed in Varanasi. See, when it comes to political leaders, when they become chief ministers or ministers, it is not necessary that they have to stay put in their constituency. Just see the development of Wayanad over the past 5 years. Wayanad has changed completely. Wayanad has become one of the prime tourist destinations of Kerala, and the hospitals, the schools, you can see all those developments which has come up after Mr. Rahul Gandhi has become the member of parliament from Wayanad. We shall discuss that. People are going to vote based on that. Not
you're talking about hospitals, Gokul. You know, I saw during the rally of Annie Raja ambulances, whizzing past with their sirens blowing, going to Kozhikode.
See, Wayanad is a very small town, and even you take any state, even in Tamil Nadu or Kerala, see, people for larger diseases or much higher treatment, they go to the nearest medical colleges. So the nearest medical college for Wayanad is the Calicut Medical College, and so people rush to Calicut Medical College for some high-end treatment. So you cannot pinpoint that people from Wayanad are going to, even from people from Wayanad may go to Karnataka or Mangalore.
Of course, you're right. They are free to go, but I'm talking about medical facilities in Wayanad because it's a star constituency. The scion of the Congress party and family is someone who's fighting from there. But you seem to say that because Narendra Modi does not go to Banaras, but that is not it. It is more about being involved. He talks about involvement, and I don't think he's really involved, Gokul. Sorry, Syed Azeez Pasha, sir, if I can bring you in, then I will go back to Nirmal. The thing is that, sir, there are two issues to this. One is political, and one is also Rahul Gandhi's involvement in Wayanad. The point is that your party is, adversaries, political opponents of the Congress in Kerala, but you are all part of the India alliance at the center, fighting the BJP. First of all, that sends out a very, very confusing message to the people. I can't be friends with you one day and enemies the next day. That's very schizophrenic, if I may use that word, and apologies to those who have that mental illness, not said in a lighter way. But also, Mr. Pasha, I want to talk about what is Rahul Gandhi's involvement, sir? This man-animal conflict, of course, he went to the victim's home, said, I'm very sorry, everything. But do you think he's really involved in Wayanad?
Well, there's the people to judge whether how far he is involved, because that has taken a very serious turn, human and animal relation, even though right from the ancient times, this is a subject matter, but in Wayanad, it has taken really strange turn where everybody is talking about. So it is the duty of the representative of the people, particularly the member of parliament, to take a serious view about it. Of course, he has come and then went and talked to that family members. But you see, one must see that this should not reoccur in the future. What sort of step the public representative is taking, there is the main question. Anyway, I am not criticizing him. I am only saying.
Right. You're not criticizing, but Annie Raja has criticized him very, very bitterly. Also, D. Raja was on my show. He also criticized. He said it is political short-sightedness. Binoy Vishwam also criticized Rahul Gandhi, said, why has he come to Wayanad to waste our time? So the thing is that is politics. But the point is, sir, when you say in your opening statement that an MP should take care of the problems of the constituents, Rahul Gandhi has hardly done it. I want you to really take a stand if possible, sir. You can't say you're not criticizing, because this is a debate. I mean, either you say yes, no, or maybe, you can't possibly say that I don't want to criticize him. What's your stand on it, sir? Do you think an Annie Raja who's a local, who's spoken about the Wildlife Act 1972 about bringing amendments is more forceful than a Rahul Gandhi, sir?
Shall I speak, or?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Pasha.
No, what Annie Raja has said is quite correct, that effective intervention was necessary. But anyway, as you yourself has quoted, that one cannot expect, you see, Varanasi MP to go and then see each and everything because preoccupation with other things. So, in spite of it, the voters may feel that it is the duty of the MP to see the good and bad, whatever things are happening in that constituency.
You're being kind to him. That's very nice and very unusual to see. Nirmal, let me come to you. Nirmal, I want to ask you that there is also a perception that he won by a large, huge margin because he was slated to be the Prime Minister. Now that is over right now, right? So apart from the fact that you speak to a lot of locals and they say, listen, it's becoming very difficult for us, and also it's a largely forested area, there are other challenges you face there. I spoke about a hospital with Gokul, Chandran. I am speaking about the man-animal conflict, and also of course, the losses that people are incurring because of the man-animal conflict and other. Because if I am an agricultural worker, for me also it's a big problem because wild boars come. I can't possibly, do my work properly. I am asking you, that is the Prime Minister carrot too attractive for Wayanad, or that is over?
No, there are a couple of things. Yes, he's not projected as a Prime Minister candidate this time around. That will work against him. But if you look at the history of Wayanad in 2009 and 2014, the candidate of Congress, the UDF, was able to win quite comfortably with close to 45 to 50% vote share. So it's a stronghold for the Congress party either way. And also the novelty factor is lost. Rahul Gandhi is a familiar face now, so as it wasn't a familiar face before. So that has also gone out of the way. But as you rightly mentioned, it is not just lives that we're talking about. I only spoke about the 150 odd lives that were lost in the last decade. But there are cattle have died due to tiger attacks and elephant attacks, which is not only a lovely, loved pet to most people, it's also the livelihood of many people. And forget agriculture and business. Let's talk about tourism, how it would negatively affect tourism, how it would negatively affect businesses, livelihood, or even the safety of people, peace of mind when they're at their home. One fine day you wake up to the sight of a wild boar. One night when you're going out, you might encounter a snake. Another day an elephant. Another day a tiger. Nobody wants to live in such a scenario. So a solution has to be brought to the picture. If Rahul Gandhi fails to deliver, he will win, as I said before. But if he fails to deliver this time around, he will either not come back to Wayanad, or he will seriously have to face the consequences. Because Annie Raja, as you rightly pointed out, although it's not relevant to say at this point, has made a good pitch to the people. She said, I am a local. I can speak both Malayalam and Tamil, and I can understand your problems. I know English and Hindi. I can represent your problems well, unlike Rahul Gandhi, who needs a translator. So I think next time around, those kind of things are going to work out for the opponents. This time around, I think Rahul Gandhi will get away with this.
But then you also say with a rider that he will win any which case. Gokul, Chandran, of course, you supported Rahul Gandhi and said that and rightly so, you said, listen, does Prime Minister Modi go to Varanasi? But he is the Prime Minister of this country. He has, I think, 6 times more of work than Mr. Rahul Gandhi has. So I am asking you this, that, what is Rahul Gandhi's, what is he promising then? If man-animal conflict or the Wildlife Act 1972, he has not said much. He says, I'll bring it up. Not once has he brought it up in the parliament. Then what is his pitch this time? Because of course, BJP, I'm not even talking about, they're not in the reckoning. I will not talk about them. So if they are in the reckoning, I'm happy to, but they are not. I'm very clear about this. So I'm talking that what is Rahul, unmute yourself, Gokul. What is Rahul going to the people? What is the promise that he is holding out, Gokul?
See, Sudha, the problem is not only BJP, even Annie Raja is not relevant in Wayanad.
Oh.
And I'm very sure that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is going to maintain the lead by which he has won in 2019. There is no doubt about that. Because people are satisfied with their member of parliament. People are happy with the member of parliament. But as you said regarding this man-animal conflict, what is the state government doing? What are the MLAs doing? What are the ministers of the state doing? You pinpoint one person, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and take up the case on 25th evening where the elections are slated for 26th morning. And suddenly you bring up it on 25th. But have you ever asked the state government, the ministers, the MLAs, or the central government, which is also part of this conflict, have you ever questioned them? No, you will not. But you have a person who can be questioned, who can be bashed anytime, anywhere, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So we will conveniently take this up. But Rahul Gandhi is only a part of the solution of this problem. The state government, the central government, all should put in their effort. Rahul Gandhi can be a mediator between the state and
So why
center.
hasn't he been a mediator, Gokul? I'm not saying that Pinarayi is not culpable or the center, but Rahul Gandhi is also answerable. No, if I go to seek votes, it's on some promises.
Sudha, if we can dig it out, he has written letters to the state and central government mentioning the same issue. What more do you expect from a member of parliament? He has brought up the case to the state government and the central government, and he cannot change the law. He is not the person.
All right,
who can
Gokul.
change.
Okay, all right, you're right. But then do you think he will make it like last time, 4 lakh votes? Are you sure?
He will. He will. Because see, you are talking high about Annie Raja. So you are telling Annie Raja is a localite. When was the last time before filing nomination Annie Raja had visited Wayanad?
But she's making her debut. She's making her debut. She's not like Rahul Gandhi, who's seasoned.
No.
And she doesn't belong to a family of Nehru Gandhi. Come on,
Yes,
there is a big difference.
She's the wife of D. Raja.
So,
She's the wife of D. Raja.
yeah, D. Raja does not come from a legacy, sir. D. Raja worked his way up.
Her husband, Annie Raja's husband, is also a politician. He who holds a high post in a political party. So
Right.
you cannot
Anyway,
say Annie Raja
you know,
is a-
all I think is it's my gut feeling that what Nirmal said, and I'm going to quote him, that Rahul may win. But the point is that Rahul needs to be more involved. This is the south of India. And I'm sticking my neck out and saying this is the south of India where people vote you because you're a good man, because you will do something for the poor and the marginalized there. You don't parachute there and kind of, you know, stay there for a bit, wave to them from top of a bus and then disappear. I hope Rahul Gandhi understands that if he comes back to power, the first thing on his list should be this menace of man-animal conflict. And on that note, thank you very much, Gokul, Chandran. Mr. Pasha, thank you very much. And also thanks are due to Nirmal for joining us on this broadcast.